I really liked the little dance you were doing during the countdown.
I think we were both doing it, weren't we?
We were both doing a little dance during the countdown music. It was great.
I mean, to be fair, the countdown music is actually amazing.
It is very good. Well done, StreamYard, for giving us amazing countdown music.
Have you seen have you heard when you're testing the audio and then you test it through StreamYard?
Mm-hmm.
They actually play a little jingle that basically says, if you can hear this, it clearly means that there's a good connection or something like that.
Is it? I've actually never tested it.
You need to do it.
I've actually never tested it. But yeah, I'm the Duke. This is the Bhavster of the Sithness.
Hi.
We're here to talk about episode 4 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're joined by a special guest. Grogu's here. Just in a little way.
Grogu. He
enjoyed episode 4. Did you enjoy episode 4, Bavik?
I enjoyed episode 4.
That's good to know. Grogu approves. Grogu, stop force choking Bavik. Stop it. Put Grogu away. Shh. Stop force choking Bavik. He's nice. He's got frogs for you. He's nice. So
I've got Tetris.
Yeah. Another enjoyable episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Which was essentially it was a rescue. The entire episode was a rescue mission.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and Tala basically going into the Empire Fortress, an Imperial fortress, shall we say, to break out Leia, who'd been taken by Reva. But I thought the episode opened up really well.
Yes. When Obi-Wan and Darth Vader were in the Bafta tanks, and it was side by side. The camera kept on slips going in between both of them. That was quite good because you can see. Well, I felt like that represented that they still got a connection, and at that meeting when they had from the last time that they saw each other, they basically reestablished a connection again.
Yeah, and I think it says something a lot about the Bafta tanks as well. In Boba Fett, we see Boba Fett used the Bafta tank quite a lot in his series, and when he uses the Bafta tank, he kind of has these hallucinations of the past as well.
Yeah.
So, something about the Bafta tank which isn't just physically healing. It seems to be some kind of spiritual or psychic or mental.
Well, if you remember that in the Clone Wars show, when I think there was many times where when characters went to the Bafta tank, but there was one particular episode where Yoda actually was in the Bafta tanks and he was having visions of Qui-Gon and everything like that. So it clearly shows that the Bafta tank is not just basically where someone just goes to repair themselves and heal themselves. It's basically kind of like, you could technically say it's kind of like lucid dreaming.
Yeah, it's a place where you can have spiritual healing as well. It seems to be. Have you ever been in a sensory deprivation tank?
No.
Okay. Do you know what a sensory deprivation tank is?
No.
Okay, so you can basically hire these things out in London. I've used one. I've used one in South London, and I've used one in Islington, but I haven't used one since the pandemic. I do need to get back using them again. So basically, a sensory deprivation tank is a tank, but not the kind of tank that fires missiles. You'd be pleased to know. What they do is they fill it full of basically salt crystals. So you float in the water in the tank, and then you climb into the tank naked. Yep. You can wear shorts, but apparently you're supposed to do it naked for some reason. Though if you have any cuts, it's best to cover up the cuts because the water is very salty.
I mean, to be fair, the salt will just start cleaning the cuts and everything, so that's fine.
So, fair. And then you close the tank, and you close the door, and then basically it's full sensory deprivation. So you can't hear anything, you can't see anything, and because you're floating, essentially you can't feel anything physically.
So was this kind of like a segue into Stranger Things? Because
No,
that's what they kind of do.
this is more kind of still in the BAFTA tank kind of thing. Because what's going to happen in the sensory deprivation tank is because all of your senses are kind of switched off.
Yeah.
Your brain is in theory able to work at a higher capacity because it's not worrying about audio stimuli or visual stimuli or sensory stimuli or anything like that. All of those things are switched off. So it's just a really good way to just relax, not have anything bothering you, and think. And it hasn't happened to me, but some people have had semi hallucinations in the sensory deprivation tank because they're able to go right into the subconscious of their brains. So I'm just wondering if it's a kind of a similar sensation from the they're kind of trying to suggest that the BAFTA tank has a similar process that a sensory deprivation tank has.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's because once you're in there, you don't have no concept. Did you have any visions?
Unless we're talking about WandaVision, but no.
Or when you had, have you ever watched That's So Raven, when Raven has the visions and she stops? No? You've never watched?
I do know what That's So Raven is. I used to watch it with Leah, but I've never.
No.
No.
But, okay. But yeah, you won't have no concept of time or awareness or anything. So you're just basically okay. So how long were you in there for?
1 hour. You can book it for an hour.
Oh, okay, fine. And what was your thoughts afterwards?
I just felt very relaxed afterwards. I didn't have any kind of visions. I didn't what I imagine it's like. It's probably like being in the womb again.
Okay.
Oh, see your first comment? Oh, here we go. Last week, Bavik was shocked with the violence in episode 3. You were, weren't you, Bavik? You're quite scared. Season 4 Clone Wars saw some very dark episodes with General Grievous episodes, the slavery episodes, and the massacre of the Night Sisters. Yeah, Clone Wars gets very bloody. As you move further in, and those General Grievous episodes are quite. They're not for kids, is what I'm going to say. It's,
the thing is, do you know what? Back in the day, Clone Wars used to just be on Toonami, and Toonami wasn't really for kids.
No,
that's the thing. Oh, hi, Grogu's here.
Yeah, Grogu just wants to be involved in the conversation.
I was just looking away.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. So So I think that's like a similar thing they're doing with the BAFTA tank. They're kind of suggesting that it's got these kind of similar properties, and because obviously Obi-Wan and Anakin are Jedis and they got links to the Force, they're probably better able to go into their subconscious a lot easier.
Yeah.
So we see a situation where Obi-Wan infiltrates the Imperial what should you call it, headquarters? Yeah, Imperial Fortress to rescue Leia, who's kind of being tortured by Reva. What a bitch. No, General Grievous, the clone episode on the Dark Planet. Yeah, that was a
Dathomir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dathomir was weird. Mother Talzin, she's scary.
She is scary, but back onto the topic of blood.
Onto the episode.
You could talk about Clone Wars all day long. But yeah, so Obi-Wan kind of infiltrates, and whilst he's infiltrating with the help of Reva, interestingly, Obi-Wan stumbles across how would you describe it, Bavik? A Jedi tomb or more severe? A tomb.
A tomb.
A tomb.
I would like to say.
How do you say it, Grogu?
I would call it a hall of Jedi.
But very much disrespected. There's no kinds of nameplates. They're just kind of like been dumped in this kind of, I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like well, I would say not really like the catacombs in France. Trophy war.
Yeah,
let's call it a trophy
trophy
war.
war. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. So like if you go to a hunter's house, they'll have like all the heads of all the animals they've killed pinned up on the wall. Yeah, so yeah, it's a similar thing to that essentially. It's but some of it was dark, man. Like you saw one of the young
Jedi younglings.
Yeah, younglings, which was slain in Order 66 with his helmet on. They like still put in there. That was dark, man. That was like
he didn't even know what was going on. He was just like, "Oh, let me do my Jedi training."
Yeah, there was like, "Oh, Master Anakin." Then he just pulls out his lightsaber and
now he's in a wall.
Yeah, now he's in a wall. But at least they let him keep his helmet.
I know. I bet the helmet wasn't there actually. I bet they were like, what can we do to make it more appeasing? Let's throw the helmet and then put him in the amber. I'm going to call it amber, but I don't know if it's snow.
I think
actually amber.
Amber's fair. But another interesting Jedi in there was Terra Sanubi.
The librarian.
The librarian guy who is very helpful to Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. Helps her through a few things. It's fair to say. Yeah. And yeah, it was sad seeing him, man, because he's a lovely character in Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's literally a granddad.
Yeah, basically, he's just a nice old granddad.
Yeah, just kind of like you can't even get mad at him or anything. You're just like,
yeah,
you're just there.
I hope the Empire gave him a swift death because he didn't deserve anything more. But we saw a few more. We saw a few more faces. Now you've got a theory about who one of the women might be because there are two women.
Yeah. It was. Basically, it was one of the women from one of the games, apparently, or it probably must have been from not Clone Wars, Rebels. But basically, they literally found that same exact person in the actual animation, which is just like, okay, so did this person actually look the same, or did they just computer image her likeness?
I think it probably is the same character. I don't think they've done anything by accident here.
Yeah,
it's fair to say. And I think another one, a good theory I've read on Twitter, is that one of the other ones might be the wife of the. Remember when they go to the planet, Jamin?
Yeah,
Jamin.
Yeah,
Jamin. What's it called again?
Again,
anyway,
Star Wars.
The planet they start off on, and the guy who's in charge says like, "Oh yeah, my wife was a Jedi. Well, she wasn't a Jedi, but she had the Force, and they killed her."
Yeah, Force sensitive, and then
Which
they
was
just killed
sensitive,
her.
and they got her and they killed her. So a good theory I've read is that maybe one of those women might have actually been his wife.
And that guy was Ice Cube's son. It was Ice Cube's son in there.
Oh, right, I see.
Yeah, Ice Cube. That kind of threw me off because it's like, I thought it was Ice Cube. It was like, why is Ice Cube in here? There's like his son. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, he was good in the NWA movie, but no, I thought it was a really nice touch, and actually, I hope this Dune is Dune. I hope this is something they actually revisit in the future. I think it'll be good. I don't know, almost for Obi to go back and kind of get those bodies back to give them a proper burial. But then, have you seen Star Wars Rebels yet?
I've kind of stopped watching it now.
We have to carry on.
Okay, fine. Isra just really annoys me for some reason.
Okay, you have to finish it.
Eat your vegetables.
Because in Star Wars Rebels, the Inquisitor actually uses like the corpse of one of the Jedi's to draw.
Oh no, I've seen
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I've seen that episode.
Yeah, so it's conceivable that that corpse is actually in that tomb.
So what I'm thinking is, are they actually all dead in there, or actually they're still alive?
They're dead.
Oh, they're all dead.
They're very, very dead.
Okay.
In my opinion. In my opinion. But yeah, so we see that, and then Obi-Wan and Tala managed to get Leia back. By the way, I'm really liking Tala.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a great character. I hope they don't kill her off.
I think they will.
Do you think they will?
Yeah. I mean, we've come to the point where it's just like everyone in Star Wars dies at some point.
Well, that's true about life as well, isn't it?
That is true. But the actress who played her,
Indira
played her
Varma.
very well.
She's a great actress.
And it's just kind of like, I have to say this right now. The fact that Star Wars are doing a lot of representation. Well, I say a lot of representation, are representing a lot of races in a way. That's actually quite good.
Like, yeah, they're like the Wookiees, to represent the Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the star-nosed moles, representing them as well.
Yeah, all these different races being represented. Well done, Star Wars.
This is what we needed from Disney.
Yeah.
And Disney delivered.
Yeah. We're seeing a few more Jabbers or Jabbers people. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, we see a few more of them in the Boba Fett series as well. Yeah, so well done, Star Wars, for racial diversity. It's fair to say. But yeah, so in terms of theory, there's not much really more going on. But essentially, we see Tala rescue Tala and Obi-Wan rescue Leia.
Yeah.
You know, and there's this scene where Obi-Wan is kind of with his lightsaber, and he's going pew 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 with his lightsaber, batting away the shots from the stormtroopers. You still can't shoot. They're awful. They're awful shots, and it breaks from the windows, and there's water coming through, and essentially Obi-Wan has the power to stop an ocean.
Well, he is quite a powerful Jedi.
Yeah.
And I think we just saw basically him more using his powers a lot more. One scene I found really funny, or one scenario, was when Tala and Obi-Wan were together with Leia and they were running away to get her to safety. It was just the fact that Obi-Wan was wearing a large trench coat. I was just like, oh my god, this is pure Disney. This is the thing.
Silly. It is very silly, but at the same time, Bhavik, episodes 4, 5, and 6 in the movies are quite silly as well.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a continuation of that kind of theme.
I was just thinking they could have done anything else, but no, they literally was like, oh, let's make this relatable for kids. Let's incorporate Disney Channel elements.
Yeah, after you've chopped somebody in half in the episode previously.
Yeah. I was just like,
yeah, they went there. Now, there are a lot of silly things in Star Wars. This is why I don't think the fans can be quite toxic in Star Wars sometimes, because they do take a lot of the things unnecessarily serious. there's elements to me which I take serious because I do like the
Hold
entire.
on one moment. Hold on.
Bavic's been summoned. Yeah, me personally, I do like the entire spiritual side of Star Wars, so stuff like that I will take seriously. But I think when people take the minutia too seriously, I'm not really a fan of that. Not really a fan of that. Okay, did you feel that was a bit silly, that scene with Leia hiding underneath Obi-Wan's cloak? Get back to me. So yeah, then that was cool, and I liked the getaway with them finally getting away from the Imperial Palace, Imperial headquarters, and you actually see that moment where Obi-Wan is holding hands with Leia, and I guess it's quite a special moment for Obi-Wan. He's actually, in a way, for him, reconnecting with Padme by doing that. So it is quite a sweet moment in that regard. But obviously, Reva's about to be killed by Darth Vader. Oh, he's back. Right,
Sorry about that.
You're being docked pay because of that.
I'm dodged.
So yeah,
That's
I've just
fine.
covered. I was just talking about that really sweet moment where Obi-Wan holds Reva's hand, not Reva, Leia's hand,
Mm.
and that for Obi-Wan was quite important because at that moment he's kind of reconnecting to Padme.
Yeah. That's the thing is, it's just kind of, well, we've established that Obi-Wan just sees multiple traits of Padme, and it's just kind of like he misses Anakin, he misses Padme, he cannot see Luke face to face or anything like that.
Yeah,
he has some type of instinct, like an uncle instinct, where it's just like, I want to see the kids. He can't go up to Luke because Uncle Owen is forbidding it.
mm-hmm.
And to be fair, it's Grogu. But to be fair, I understand why. So it's just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it almost feels like this is a story about Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan talks about how, he's got a memory of his brother,
Yeah.
which is very vague to him. But this feels very much like it's a story about Obi-Wan connecting with his family, not his blood family, but the family he made for himself as a Jedi. He's reconnecting with Leia, and he's kind of reconnecting with the Jedis, and he's even getting to see, like, in that moment in the tomb, he's seeing the Jedi, which he what?
Sorry. It's just the fact that you say tomb.
Tomb.
I thought tomb. I thought it was tomb. I can't even say it properly now.
Tombstone.
Tombstone?
Tombstone pile driver. Undertaker.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's kind of like then reconnecting with all those Jedi, and he's seen actual Jedis, which he probably fought with in the days of the Republic. They're in that, they're like stuck in amber, such as Tara Sanub. And I think this is very much about him reconnecting with his past, and through reconnecting with his past, he's finding himself again. I think that's what makes. I think that's the hidden story behind Obi-Wan here. I think it is a story about him reconnecting with his past and him reminding himself of who he is.
And this is the thing. It's just kind of like you can use this show to see it's like all those Jedis or those Siths who either went back to the light side, the Jedi side, or turn into the Jedi side. You can see what their their trials and tribulations were kind of were in that
Mhm.
sense. It's like it's not just like an easy switch. There's literally a reason, there's a quest, and there is a resolution.
Yeah, and I think now what we're very much seeing is this kind of transition of Obi-Wan turning from Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan into Alec McGuinness Obi-Wan. I think we're kind of seeing a bit of transition of how he becomes the Obi-Wan we first meet in episode 4, which is nice, which is a nice touch. But yeah, I really like that hand holding scene. It nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Have you heard of the theory that basically Obi-Wan is Owen's Lars's brother, that them two are brothers?
I have heard that, but apparently it's not. Yeah, apparently it's just wishful thinking on a few Star Wars fans. What have you heard?
Oh no, I knew it was going to be wishful thinking.
Because
just like how Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
Grogu just asked me that you don't mention Jar Jar Binks here.
Oh my god! But to be fair, he's the reason why this has all started.
Yeah, he was the reason. He was the reason. So yeah, but so Darth Vader's going to force choke Reva, but then we find actually Reva's actually put a tracker inside Lola, Leia Organa's
Lola.
Yeah, inside Leia Organa's droid. So
that was cliche. I was just like, I knew something was up, and as soon as they done like the panning to Lola, I was just like, okay, this is so cliche, but I'm still gonna enjoy it.
To be fair, I think it did make sense because they do get away very easily.
Yeah.
So that does make sense in that respect.
And it shows to the fact that, all of the other Inquisitors think that she's just only after Obi-Wan, but not realizing the fact that what she's done not just gets Obi-Wan, but gets everything else in the ethos as well.
Yeah. So she's seen the bigger game here.
Yeah. It was just quite funny. It was just like Vader just basically Vecna'd Reva, and it was just like, okay, there's a lot of people floating.
Yeah, I do like her. I do like Darth Vader's kind of no share attitude. It is it is very cool. So that leads us to the end of the episode. What do you think is going to happen in episode 5? We've got 2 more episodes coming up. Do you actually think we're going to see Hayden Christensen? We have seen Hayden Christensen. We've seen him in the Bafta tank. That's pretty much the only time we've seen him.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see any more Hayden Christensen at any point?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would like to... They brought him back and they made a big hoo-ha. I would actually like to see him properly act out part as Darth Vader, so I really hope that happens in some capacity. But it feels like, to me, like Reva is the big bad of the show, not Darth Vader.
But then we probably might see Reva. There's a theory going on that Reva's gonna turn back to the light side.
Really? Well, I mean, I haven't seen much evidence of that. Or why are people speculating that?
I didn't really go much into it. It was just basically like tweets that people put out. I didn't bother going in depth because, I mean, apparently this is again, apparently they're probably going to be doing an origin season of Reva now.
Really?
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think she deserves a origin story, but you could do something where she's like, there's a few episodes based around her.
Yeah. I think you could do like a one-off Star Wars like mini movie on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because I think I I suspect that her story was that she was in the Jedi Temple when Order 66 happened, and she was one of the younglings that got away. And I think that would be a good story to tell about how she then had to survive and then was essentially seduced by the dark side.
More Jedi younglings from season 5 Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. But what are you expecting next episode?
I think we're gonna expect an epic duel between Reva and I feel like the Grand Inquisitor is gonna come back.
Me too. I think he's always been there in the background. I don't think Darth Vader had any intention of making Reva
Yeah.
the Grand Inquisitor.
He just talks. Well, Darth Vader just talks a big game.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
He just uses his underlings to get what he wants, and then that's it. Essentially, then they're disposable. He was going to dispose of Reva there and then. He obviously does not value Reva at all.
No. He treats Reva as the same as all of the other.
Yeah.
I mean, even though like all of the Grand Inquisitor and Vader probably are not buddies and whatnot, I think he probably might just hold the actual Grand Inquisitor a little bit more higher.
Yeah.
Just only a little bit. It's like Reva's here. And the Grand Inquisitor is just there.
Yeah.
Just right there.
It probably only works within a small spectrum anyway. So that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm expecting the same. I'm expecting a big punch up. Episode 5. I don't know. The way Disney shows go. Yeah, I mean, they usually have the big finale battle in episode 6. So maybe we're going to have a situation. I reckon this episode we're going to see Reva and the Empire really get one up on Obi-Wan and probably do quite a lot of damage to the Rebel Alliance. And then probably, I imagine episode 6 will be the comeback where Obi-Wan will come back and reclaim a bit for the Rebel Alliance. That's what I think will probably happen, looking at the formula these Disney shows usually do. Before we go, have you seen Miss Marvel yet?
I haven't watched it yet. The thing is, I didn't even know it was actually out.
I think you'll love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you will. I'm streaming about it on Sunday, but yeah, I think you will. After I get back from yours on Sunday, I'll be streaming about it. But yeah, I think you'll love it. It's a great. I think it's a great depiction of Asians. Basically, they're going to be watching it, going, "Yeah, I've heard that conversation. I've heard not necessarily our family, Bhavik, but I think we've definitely heard other Indian or Pakistani families which we know have those conversations with the people in the youngers in their family. So parts of it which are very relatable, but they do it in such a cool way because they don't. This is all spoiler free, but they don't 100% make the parents out to be like these horrible backwards people.
I've seen one of the screenshots where the father is dressed up as the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
But Asianified.
Yeah. And I mean, Bhavik, you'll know that is the exact kind of thing Asians will do.
It's just kind of like
the generation before us, fair to say.
It's just kind of like, well, that's the whole trend, isn't it? They basically do a trend, but then make it Asian. Do a trend, make it Desi or whatever.
Unfortunately, Davey P will be there. Unfortunately, I mean, he gets upset if I don't let him on the streams. So
it's got to be like, say, oh, thank you, Bhavik, for keeping my seat warm whilst I was away. I'm like,
well, he knows nothing about Star Wars. To be fair, he knows nothing about the Marvel Universe either. But he still insists on coming on these streams.
Fair enough.
He told me, "Oh, I know loads about Marvel. We could do a stream," and I was like, "Dude, cool."
Has he been watching the Star Wars streams?
Has he been?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is all stuff I've said to his face, so it's fine.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, I know loads." And then during the course of the streams, he was like, "Man, you don't know anything. You're a fraud." But it's okay. Like, people seem to enjoy his awkwardly hot takes on things. It's fine. But yeah, I might sack him one day. But
oh my god, should I just replace him? And
well, you need to get your Marvel knowledge up.
True.
Yeah, like you need to download the Marvel Unlimited app and basically read for a year.
Yeah, I just heard you say read, and I was just like, no.
Not exactly. No, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be you. My friend Darby, who would be an awesome contributor. Unfortunately, he's he only wants to do it part time. He only wants to jump in now and then.
Yeah.
Cake, would you want to stream with me
Good.
if you've got a nice, got a good laptop and a good microphone and stuff?
Or just use an avatar.
Yeah.
Can you switch to avatars? I'm sure you can.
I don't think so. I mean, you can actually get a green screen and put that behind you, and then part-time Kato. Yes.
Oh no, wait!
Part-time
I'm just
Kato, but somehow in your part-time. Oh, Jesus Christ! That is terrifying. How did you do that?
So I think I've already loaded it up anyway beforehand. The avatar, but then you stop the camera and then that will come up, whatever your loaded avatar.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, so if you click on the three dots, it will say, well, edit name, audio avatar, stop cam, and blah blah blah. If you do edit audio avatar, then it will come up.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. But yeah, but Dowdy as a part-timer brings more as a part-timer than Davian does as a full-timer. Davy P has cult status. I mean, maybe. I guess he does. But I mean, should we be celebrating idiots?
He's not even here to defend himself.
Well, this is my point. Why isn't he on the stream? He's meant to be supporting the channel, and he's not in the comments.
I feel like I've started YouTube beef. Oh my god, that's actually so cool.
I'd rather give tongue-in-cheek comments. I'd just rather give bang on your nose comments. No, he's fine. He's very nice, Davian. But yeah, I am training him to be just a better person in general. It's fair to say.
You should show him the ways of Grogu.
Yes, indeed. Grogu, what do you think?
Grogu's tired. He doesn't want to waste his time.
Grogu's like, no, he's a lost cause, bro. Anyway, yeah. So please watch Miss Marvel on. Actually, maybe we can even watch it together on Sunday morning.
Okay, cool.
And then and log into the stream on Sunday at 8 p.m.
And read Darth Plagueis.
Yes, and read Darth Plagueis. Yes. If you want to do a solo edited review of the book, I could happily post that up on this channel.
I will. I would definitely do that.
Cool. All right, Bav, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, people.